Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny, and guess what? I have a long overdue thrift haul to share with you all. I know I've been MIA the last few weeks. I did post my November eBay sales. I think I'm doing pretty darn well compared to last year. On my days off, I'm typically trying to spend that time listing stuff, and I'm also trying to source and trying to keep up with all of my inventory so that way I don't fall behind and get stuck with too much and then not want to do anything, which is not good for eBay business. Also, I don't know if I let any of you all know, but my dad decided to go ahead and open up a booth at the little co-op, antique co-op that's just down the road from us. He's got half of a showcase right now just full of tobacco tins and MREs. If you don't know what those are meals ready to eat, which are mostly consumed by the military. He also just actually decided to go ahead and rent a shelf space. It's kind of weird how some of these co-ops are set up. They have like metal shelves and each little section is a specific vendor. So yeah, that's a little interesting. If I ever do a thrift with me, maybe I'll go in there and I'll show you all what I'm talking about. So also, I know you guys liked my new intro and ending, so I appreciate that from all of you. I am going to be messing with it a little bit just to see if I can maybe make it better or keep it the way it is. I did figure out how to make the intro go full screen, which is great because it was only portrait, so it didn't show the whole, the intro wasn't completely on the whole screen, so I was really happy to figure that out. I have one intro that's very grainy and it looks like, you know, an old film from the 30s, and then I also have one where that filter is not on there and it just shows the pictures completely clear. I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to keep. Maybe you all can help me figure that out because I haven't really decided, or maybe I'll just alternate it. Maybe I'll do it one with one video and one with the other, or just let me know in the comments what you think, which one is better. Also, I do have a lot going on right now. I have to look for a vehicle because my brother starts school at the beginning of January, so I have to start going to car dealerships in town and seeing if I can find a really good deal on a car and just start, you know, making payments and stuff like that. I also have been doing a lot of hours at my retail job. It's that time of year, you know, everything goes up. Sales increase, you know, they need employees to help with that, and then, you know, I've been doing 8-9 hour days some days, and it's just been draining me. I'm physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. But I mean, the money and the pay that I've been getting is pretty good, I guess. So yeah, that's basically what's been going on with me and what's been going on with us. So without further ado, let's get into this haul video. We are 3 minutes into this video and you guys are here for this video. So let's get into it. In no particular order because I've got a pile. So I'll show you guys what I got. Now these aren't considered vintage. Well, vintage, but these are from the 90s. These are Furbies. This one in the box, which is, I guess it's new, but it's not because it's not attached to the packaging with the factory, like the ties and stuff. For whatever reason, the Salvation Army decided to go ahead and charge $4.50 for this one. I think since this one has the box, it might do better. Maybe 30, 35, 40 bucks. That's just what I'm guessing based on completed listings. But I also have one that they threw in with the stuffed animals. It's the exact same one, and they only charged me $1 for this one. So I thought that was interesting. This one might be $20, $25. Again, I'll have to do listing or completed listings, and this also has the tag on it. So I thought that was a really good pickup, and I said, what the hey, I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so for $1.50, I picked up this 70s clown bank. It's made of vinyl, so it's nothing special. And it does have condition issues. It's caved in right here and broken, and the back of the hat's a little broken, and the place where you insert the coin is also a little damaged. No biggie because it's just a cool display piece. And it's very hard, so I guess it's just been around a while. So for $1.50, I didn't think that was too much to ask, and that's just going to be a cool display piece. Another really cool bank that I would assume is probably from the 1970s is it's just a blue piggy. It is missing the bottom, but that doesn't bother me. You put a coin in here, and the hat pops up. So I thought that was really cool. For $2.50, I didn't think that was too much to ask. I love the color. It matches my bedroom. I'm excited to have it. From the Goodwill, I actually managed to get these really, really cool animals. As you all know, the animals with chains are kind of cool, and they can be collectible if they're very, very desirable. So this whole set cost me $3. They did have them priced individually. My Goodwills don't really sell stuff in sets, which is kind of weird, but I mean, it is what it is. So this is the dad, and I don't know if it's going to show up or not, but it is marked Japan. And then I have the mom and the kittens. Mom is also stamped Japan on the bottom. Don't know how well that's going to focus or not. I apologize if it doesn't. And then the pups, or the kittens, are actually not marked. This one's in better shape than the other one. The eye is missing, or the eyes come off, the paint's come off. Now, I thought these were really, really interesting, and I got them last Thursday, I think. That's when I was off. I'd never seen these before, so that's why I decided to go ahead and pick them up. These are Relpo Shriner planters. I paid $2 a piece, so $4 for the pair. Looked up the comps for them on eBay, and I guess individually they don't do very well, but I think if I sell these as a set, they might sell better. I'm thinking maybe I'll do $20 or $25 for the set. They're in good condition, no cracks or chips, but there is some significant paint loss, which is, I guess, normal for things of this age. They are made by Relpo, and they do have a sticker on them that does say Japan. I'll see if I can get that to focus for you all. There we go. Relpo made in Japan. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Even if it doesn't sell for a whole lot, I think they will do okay because there are people who collect Shriner memorabilia. Now this item is not for me, but I have to see if I have this person's address. Liz Retros and Mr. Retros have been kind of on a troll kick. I think it's more of Mr. Retros, but I think they will really enjoy this Santa troll. It's from 1991, so it's not completely old, but it's not exactly new either. So it's 27 years old. I think they'll really enjoy it, and I don't know if they watch my videos, so they probably won't see this. So this will be a fun little surprise for them. And I only paid $1 for it. I didn't think that was too much to ask, especially for something this cool that I know they'll love. And I think this is made by Russ. Take the one sticker off of it. It doesn't say, but hey, anyway, I'm sure they'll love it. One thing from eBay, a pinup mutoscope card. This one is called How Do You Like My Frame? I paid $1.99 for it, so that's going to go with my collection. I have another one that I'm watching that I just posted to Instagram. It's called Station Wow. There was one person selling one for $9.95. One did sell for $34 at auction, so I figured, okay, why don't I go ahead and try this? And then I saw another one pop up for like 99 cents with like $3.50 to ship, so I decided to go ahead and wait. And you know what would have happened had I bought that one for $9.95? That other one would have only sold for like $2 or $3. So I held off on spending $9.95. And I don't really want to spend that much on these cards anyway because they're mass-produced pieces, no matter how rare they are. Alright, this is a little funky, interesting item that I found out in the houseware area at my Salvation Army. I would date these to probably the 1960s or the 1970s. They are vintage red plastic shower curtain hooks. Paid 50 cents. And I like the funky red with the gold on there. That's definitely very mod, very 60s, very 70s. In fact, my grandmother had the exact same shower curtain in her bathroom, the downstairs bathroom in the family room, probably for 30 some odd years. It was pretty ugly. So it was probably 70s. She just never changed it. She was not keen to change very well, or she just didn't like change. It just was not something she was into. Her patience level did not tolerate that. But anyway, yeah, so this was a really fun item. I'm thinking maybe $12 to $14.99. And they won't be hard to ship at all because they're pretty light. Oh yeah, remember I told you all about those milk glass votives? I found another one finally. I hadn't found one of these in the wild in a long time. And it was only 25 cents, so I had to have that. I like to get these in packs of 4, maybe even 6, and sell them off because you can get $25 to $30. I actually sold a set of 4 for $25, like maybe a year ago. So I'm waiting to see if I can find more of them. They all have to be the same style. They don't have to be, I mean, they don't have to have the grommets, I don't think, but it helps if they have it, because they can just go ahead and use them. These were popular, I think, in the 70s, because my mom says she remembers my grandmother having them, so, yeah. Found this adorable 80s character. I know this is a Rainbow Bright. Paid 75 cents for her. And I'm not exactly sure who she is. I just typed in green Rainbow Bright doll on eBay, and that's what she came up as. She doesn't go for a whole lot, but I don't think that's going to be too bad in terms of what I can get for her, especially because I only paid 75 cents. I'm thinking the most I'm going to be getting for this is probably 10 bucks, which is perfectly fine because I paid less than $1 for it. If you guys know who this is, please let me know in the comments. I think it would help me sell it if I knew who it was. Jen, 80s Toy Hunter, might know. Now, this doll baffles me because I don't know who she is. She's wearing a faux leather jacket, and she has on a dress that matches the pattern on the inside. I would date this to maybe the late 50s or maybe even into the 60s, judging by the hairstyle, kind of like that Jackie Kennedy styled hair. As you can see, the dress doesn't want to stay up above her. Why that is, I don't know. The dress or the clothing don't have a name on it, so I can't really say who or what it is. The only thing that I can tell you all is that on the back of her neck, she has a marking, and it says, let me see if I can make it out. It says V8-1212. If you all know who that is or what the name of this doll is, please let me know. I don't think it's a Madame Alexander because it doesn't look like anything like that. Again, this was only $5, so I decided to take a chance with it. Again, let me know what you think or who you think this is. I think it either looks like Jackie Kennedy or maybe Liz Taylor in the late 50s or early 60s, just judging by the hairstyle. Okay, another great item that I found. Again, not worth a whole lot, but I think I can get some money out of it. Is this new old stock Radio Shack Blackjack computer with a 4-function calculator. It was $1.50. I think I'm going to go ahead and list this for 20 bucks. When you're looking at vintage electronics, always check the battery compartments. I'm thankful that this one was clean and unused. I mean, this is definitely a throwback. I mean, look at this. A leather, like a patent leather or not even real leather case. And then here's the calculator. I did check the battery compartment, and it looks to be clean and unused, which is awesome. I'm excited about that. So we will see how that does, and I'm sure you guys will see that in a future sales video once it sells. Alright, I'll toy with that later. Alright, so I got some media that's going to go on Amazon, and the only reason I decided to share it with you all is because it is somewhat vintagey, or the subject matter is, so let's get into that. I'm sure you all remember the classic series Gunsmoke. That ran forever on television. So I got these, and they cost me $5 a piece. They originally were $10, and then they marked them down half. These sets actually are going to go for a little over $100, $150 a piece, and after fees, I'll probably net about $100. So $10, and that'll be about 200 bucks that I get. That's a really, really good find. They are sealed. However, the seal on this one is broken, but it's never been opened or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just mention that in the description that the seal is broken, but the item's never been used. And I'll probably throw it in a big freezer bag just so that way nothing else gets into it. Next one, I paid $7 for, and this is the 60 greatest old-time radio shows that transitioned to TV. And this was a special for famous newscaster Walter Cronkite. Again, this set is probably going to go for a little over $100, or maybe even $135. So that was a really, really good pickup again. This old media, and I think these are just audio cassette tapes. I guess people collect it, or they just like to have it as a flashback to when these first came out. So the fact that it's new and sealed, I think will definitely help it sell. And the last, I think this is a different version of this. So this is the 60 greatest old-time radio shows of the 20th century. Again, another set issued by the one and only Walter Cronkite. This one was $5, and again, it's probably going to run for about $100 to $125. But again, new and sealed, I think this is going to be a really, really good seller. That was a really, really good investment. I think. So all that together cost me about $22, and I'll net at least probably $300 to $400. I think that was a really good investment. DVD, this is from the 80s. This is called The Return of the Living Dead. The year was 1984 that this was released. DVDs at my Goodwill are $1.99, and that's what I paid. To the antique store, I found these because I've seen other YouTubers pick them up. I know Jenny, the 80s toy hunter, has picked these up before. I think these little acrylic figures were carnival prizes in the 70s and 80s. It was $5.99, and then I think the booth was having 30% off, so I paid only $4.10, so that's $2.05 a piece for these, which is pretty good. There are not any markings on either of them. I got a mouse, and then I've got, I think this is a swan. So I thought those would be cool just to display at some point. Alrighty. Last doll that I picked up is I think this is a character from Strawberry Shortcake. She was $1. This is made by American Greetings, and this is, actually Kenner, sorry, not American Greetings. Oh, Kenner American Greetings Corporation, 1982. And this little girl is named Lemon Meringue. She is missing a bonnet and I think some shoes. I think based on what I've seen, I can probably only get about $17, which is pretty good from $1. I don't think I'll take any best offers on her, but I think she'll sell just as well as is. Alright, let me see if I can reach this. One of my items fell onto the floor because I have so much crap on this table, so bear with me. Sorry about that, folks. So much stuff. Very little space on this little table I got. So, I haven't had really much luck finding my vintage Christmas stuff in my thrift stores lately. I guess just because either I'm not going enough or because they didn't get anything. Or everyone else is buying it. So, I managed to swipe this little guy here. He is kind of one of those creepy Santas. He was only $1. The sad part is one of his boots came off and broke, and there's still some of the cardboard inside the boot. So I'm probably going to have to crazy glue this thing in here because someone tried hot gluing it and it didn't turn out so well. So I will see what happens there. I think he's kind of cool looking. He's not as evil as some of the other ones are, but I mean, he's definitely still got that creepy 50s, 60s look to him. He doesn't have a marking or anything on him, so I don't see Japan or anything, but that's what I assume he was made, or when or where he was made. So that probably dates it to probably World War II era to maybe up to the 60s. So I thought he was cool. Alright, so now we're down to the last nitty-gritty bit of stuff. I got some clothing that I want to share with you all. Some of it you've probably seen on my Instagram. First being this really, really awesome bathing suit featuring a bunch of pinup girls. This was made by the brand, let's see, I always forget it. Crabtree in York, I think is what it's called. Roundtree York. So I paid $12.99 for this on eBay. Through my research, this brand, Roundtree in York, is sold at Dillard's department store. And you always know that their bathing suits and stuff are never full price. You always will get it on sale. But I was really, really pleasantly surprised to find this in my size, and for the price, I couldn't beat it. Look at all those awesome girls that are on here. Going from the 1920s all the way up through the 1950s. The blonde girl that's in the polka dot swimsuit kind of reminds me of Barbara Eden at the time. The girl with the umbrella, black and white umbrella, kind of looks like either Lana Turner or someone of that nature. I just really, really love this. The only thing that kind of set me back when I first got it was the fact that there's no mesh lining in here, which is strange for a bathing suit. So I might have to wear some kind of swim attire underneath, which is weird, but I mean, I love it nonetheless. If I wanted to, I could just wear them as shorts. So that's very, very cool. And for $13, I thought that was really well worth it. And I think that would have retailed for $60, but you always know that they're usually half off or maybe even like 40% off. So we went to a different Burlington that's actually about half an hour away from us. Well, we have two. One that's out in Pennsylvania, and then there's one that's in a town that's just not that far from us, like about an hour. And I scoured into their men's rack, and I didn't really see anything that I liked until I spotted this. Goosebumps is probably one of my favorite brands, or my favorite book series that I've ever loved. I don't know how I got into it, but I absolutely love this. This shirt is perfect and fits me to a T. I can't wait to start wearing it. It has the cover, Welcome to Horrorland, on it. And you all know Burlington has great prices, so when I saw that it was only $6.99, I had to have this. It was the only one there. They didn't have it in any other sizes, so either it's sold out or this is the only one that they got in. Sorry, guys. Fuzzy background there. So I was really, really excited to see that and purchase it. Now, this was a really, really weird, interesting thing. It was only $1. It's a game from the 70s, and it's called Leapfrogs. It's made by the company, what did they say the company name on here was? Let me see if I can find it on here, because I know it's on here. And it comes with all the pieces, which is great. It's made by Shapper, S-C-H-A-P-E-R, Shapper. And what's even cooler is when I found it, someone had found the game on a blog and printed out the information for it, which I thought was really cool. It says it was one of those games that I guess that just came out and was forgotten about. Comps for this game maybe $20, $25 if I decide to sell it. It most likely will be sold. I just thought it was really cool that someone took the time to research it and found it on an 80s blog. The only real issue with it is the fact that one of the nets is really messed up, but I mean, you can still catch a frog in that, I think. And all the pieces are here, and for a game that's over 40 years old, that's pretty impressive. Alright, I won't mess with that now. Alright, again, another piece from the antique shop, another melted plastic popcorn decoration. This is the candy canes with the holly leaves and the bow. Paid $4 for that. I didn't think that was too much to ask. Typically what I like to spend, and what I hope you all would only spend, is about $5 a piece on these. I think anything above that is just way too expensive. There's a vendor that's at one of the co-ops in town, and they want like $12.95 a piece for these, and you're never going to sell them for that. But hey, everyone has their own method. I just think $5 is the most you should ever spend on these things. I remember, I think it was Scott from the old Curiosity Shop saying that he didn't like this stuff because it just reminded him of elementary school. I guess maybe to me it's just one of those things that, you know, I kind of remember some of it. Maybe they reissued it in the 90s at craft stores and stuff. But again, just a really, really cool piece, and I just love it. Yeah, he did say he didn't like them because it reminded him of elementary school, but hey, some things bring good memories, some things bring bad memories. That's just kind of how that works, you know. And last piece that I want to share with you all is something that I thought was very, very cool. I don't know how old it is because there's no date and there's no, I don't think there's a manufacturer on here. Oh yeah, it says SWEDA China, so this is probably maybe 90s. It's a Hawaiian punch clock. And everybody who is anybody knows of Hawaiian punch. It's probably one of the most sugariest, sweetest drinks you'll possibly have. But I thought it was really cool. It was only $1.50. I didn't see any of these on eBay, so maybe I'll ask $20-25 for it. And I'm sure somebody who is a huge fan of this stuff will definitely want to buy this clock as a gift for that special someone. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to share with you all today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when a new video is posted. Also, all the links to my social media accounts are down below as well. Thanks so much for watching. Happy holidays.